Actually, it's funny that you mentioned that because I know I saw a story recently. You know, you had Lori Hennis, who had her North Carolina State Wolfpack up here again, two national championships in a row, women's cross country, and again, there are those women who are taking over programs, whether running both the men's and women's side or just the women's side of the equation, and doing a tremendous job. So it isn't just a guy's only job.
Nope. Francie LaRue from years ago was a coach for like 30 years. Whoop.
We're on it. And again, they're not messing around. You can tell from the pace already. One thing I was going to ask you, Bill, like in your 5K that you ran, do you remember if you negative split, if you even split, or if you just held on for that 13:42?
I had no idea what I was doing. I was a marathoner who thought I could duke it out with anyone, because that's what the marathon, you're just having fun, exploring the world, the track world and everything. And but fantastic to watch the fast start here. And then everyone settles down a little and you start to feel your way into it. But when I was racing it, I was just in a state of shock. I ran 3 races in Europe, and you know, you find out that's where intense competition was, you know.
Absolutely. Well, again, the hot heat of the men's 5,000. We're going to have 8 total to close out the day's activities. Our pace setters up front right now, you see him, number 1, Jordan Mann from the Rhode Island Track Club. And right now in the number 3 position, that's Christian Noble from Team New Balance Boston, also spending some time here as an assistant coach at Boston University, a new addition to the coaching staff of Coach Gabe Sanders. The pace that they're looking to take the group through 3K, Bill, 7:57, not the jet, but almost just as fast.
Very, very fast. So what's the ultimate goal for the 5K?
Low 13s, pretend, you know.
Sub 13:15.
Yes, definitely. Right. And again, man up front. And again from
big field, plenty of people to duke it out with.
And again, a big fast field.
Yes. Well, let's see what the 800 is here, you know.
Now, I mentioned about the blue highlighter all over the entry list for this men's 5,000, indicating there a D1 All-American. Alex Mayer from Oklahoma State. He came in with the 13th best seed time. He was on the podium at the D1 Cross Nationals on his home course. His teammate right now, Jose Rodriguez, in the number 2 spot in between our 2 pace setters. Once again, the target time 7:57 through 3 kilometers. Just had Jordan Mann take a look back over his inside shoulder, and mostly single file, as you see in these hot races where you do have a pace setter. Everybody just gets in the line, and when they need to make the move in the 3rd or 4th kilometer, they start moving up.
You're so tired. You want to stay single file. You want to stay right on the curve. You don't want to try to go around someone. I don't know if I ever did that my whole life. That's why I became a road racer. Plenty of room on the road, but on the track, so different. You know, such a challenge, and physically and mentally, both.
So they are on pace, in fact, a little bit ahead of pace. Again, 8 minutes would be 2:40 for each of the kilos, and they were under 2:40 pace for the first kilometer. And again, Jordan Mann, you can tell everybody is working this one. You said earlier we're going to crank out. They're definitely cranking out here in this first heat of the men's 5K.
Yeah. This is a huge field. There's got to be 20, 22 people here. I mean, a lot of depth. And depth is everything. That gives you more people to compete with and hang on to. And so everyone can get their time or do their best. Going alone, no, different deal. Time trials, you know, but this is a race.
Again, they would be on pure breakneck pace if they were going along at this speed that the rest of the field is moving along at, thanks to Jordan Mann from the Rhode Island Track Club.
No one's dropped off. Pretty amazing.
But nice big group, about a stride or so in between each of the runners.
Yeah, this is going to be fireworks, you know, just like we've seen all day. It's very intense. Every heat's a little different, but you see in people's faces how hard they're working, you know. I always thought to tell the media, talk to the media, hey, focus on their faces. See how hard this is. That and your foot hitting the ground, the impact, that's 2 or 3 times your body weight every time you hit the ground.
And thanks for reminding me. I stepped away a couple of moments ago to go say hi to a runner that I covered in high school, and just the sounds of being down at track level. We're like 20 feet above track level here at the far end of the track and tennis center. But just the sounds of being down there when the field rumbles by, it is quite the rumble.
It's intense. For years, I used to go to the Millrose games with a bunch of my buddies. We were older, and we'd watch the young athletes, and just fantastic. Such a great old meet, but track is old in Boston too. It's not just New York and the Wanamaker Mile, it's California, it's every state in the country, and the young Americans are doing great. But I believe this and soccer are the two most competitive sports on the planet. I can't think of anything more competitive than this.
All right, Jordan Mann has done his work for the day. He is 5:17 through 2 kilometers, pulling the field through what they want to run, that quick, low 13-minute pace. And now we see Nico Young from NAU moving up from the number 3 slot in the number 2 position behind Kristen Noble from Team New Balance Boston. So we had the NAU teammates running in combination with each other in 3rd and 4th. And so now Rodriguez pushed back in the number 3 slot, and Bosley now in the number 4 slot for NAU.
Intense. No one's fallen off. Nico Young took 2nd at National Cross Country. Phil, is that? So
yeah, Nico Young 2nd, and
that was a hell of a race. I watched that race. Love seeing cross country, getting it on TV. The more coverage, the more people will take part.
And if you saw that on screen, Kristen Noble telling the crowd, let's get into it. And we do get a little bit of a response as he went by the main straightaway, motioning the crowd, come on, let's hear it. And this is a solid race developing, as again, Nico Young in the number 2 slot, Rodriguez from Oklahoma State in 3rd, Bosley in 4th, and it looks like Alex Mayer in the number 5 slot.
What sort of time do you think at this pace hit the 2 mile in? About 8:30 something?
Yeah, probably. Again, now
8:38.
I finally converted to metric, and now you're
lower.
switching me back to
I'm
to
stuck
yards.
I'm stuck in the yards and inches. This is it.
All right, still leading the way, Kristen Noble from Team New Balance Boston. He is a 2nd pace setter.
Doing a good job.
Licking the take of the field through 7:57 at 3,000 meters. Coming up on 2,800 right now.
Forcing the pace. He's got a stride or two.
Young in 2nd, sorry. Rodriguez in 3rd. Up now it looks like the new number 3 runner. We'll have to check who that is. It is Young in 2nd, as again we're shooting for that 7:57, that jumbo jet coming through at 3,000 meters. I believe that's Eduardo Herrera running for Under Armour Dark Sky. Judging from the kit, Noble stepping out. He is right on it at 7:57. There they are. All right, it's all up to Young, Herrera, Bosley in the group. And the crowd responds.
Wow, they are cranking.
Single file just as advertised. The pace 7:57 at 3,000 meters. And we'll get your metric 2 mile split coming up here in a second, Bill.
They got to have fireworks set up for the last mile. I'm serious. Here in the ceiling somewhere. Come on.
They had mentioned they were going to have confetti when they hit 100 sub-4s. It's at 8:30.
8:31?
Yep.
Wow.
So Nico Young, Herrera, Bosley, Mayer.
Nice. And they're still there. There's still about 20 runners there. That is depth of competition.
Yeah, they've lost 2 of the pace setters and just 1 of the runners off the back end of this field. So originally 22, we're down to 19, still in contact. Just a stride in between each and every one of these runners. Nico Young pushing the pace. He ran 13:11 a year ago on a high school track loaded with international talent. Herrera churning away off his heels. In 2nd, Drew Bosley from NAU, the number 3 slot.
Incredible depth. I haven't seen a race like this, a 5K, I don't know, since World Athletics or something with this kind of depth, really. it hasn't busted up.
And
Some
again,
people are very fit this early in the season.
the pace has not lagged at all. When do you think the real move is going to happen? 300, do you think it'll be sooner from the end?
I think it'll be sooner. Yeah, I think so.
Still pushing the pace. Nico Young in the lead. He's never been further back than third or fourth. His teammate a spot or two behind him. Right now in between is Eduardo Herrera from Under Armour. Alex Mayer, Oklahoma State, sits fourth. These collegians were all at the top of the D1 National Championships 2 weeks ago in Stillwater.
Whoa. Once you join a team with such high level for years, there's something you've got to keep going. And that's what these athletes are doing.
And there goes Drew Bosley, moving up to take the lead, whether it's planned or just a response from the feeling of the pace. One NAU runner replaces another at the lead.
They won the team title, I believe, Division I cross country.
Yes,
so
Drew Bosley.
Here it's showing, it's paying off, you know. They're all
Herrera, Young, here comes Mayer. He's going to try to move past Nico Young into third. He does.
It's busting up a little bit. Top 6 or 8, 9, still in contention. 11 minutes.
And this is that build that maybe you were referencing, that it wasn't going to be just a 400-meter dash for the line to decide this one.
A lot of people still there. Hard to believe. Whoa. Less than 800 to go.
Kai Robinson from Stanford goes from fourth to third, trying to sneak up into second place ahead of Herrera. He makes that position.
5 guys duking it out for the win. 5 guys. They're gapping 6th and 7th and 8th. They're running very fast. Still, no one slowed down. I think the pace has stayed
Final
steady.
Kilometer.
The coaches are down there.
5 runners have
Teammates.
a chance to win this one. Bosley in first, Young in fifth. In between we have Mayer, Herrera, and Robinson. Kai Robinson, a 13:25,000 meter runner. Nico Young, 13:11.
Lap to go. Little over a lap coming up to the clock. 12, 12, 12, 13, they're off. This is it.
Two to roll.
Whoa, what a kick.
There goes
Bosley.
Bosley from NAU. Mayer going to come with him. Kai Robinson
Herrera's there too.
holding on.
4-man
Nico Young
race for
in
the finish.
fifth.
50 yards to go.
Coming up. 1 to go. This is it. Bell lap. Bell lap 12:43. Robinson makes the first move. The crowd getting into it. Here comes Herrera. Alex Mayer has not been in the lead yet. Can he take the first position now? Robinson holding him off. The young man from Stanford.
Down to 3. Herrera's in third. They're all on top.
Going sub 13:10. Who's going to win this one? Robinson, Mayer, and Herrera on the inside. The fight to the line. It is Robinson. 13:11.53.
Holy cow. What a race. Unreal. Intense.
Kai
Man.
Robinson from Stanford with the big win. And the long, slow build over the last part of this race never wavered from the planned 7:57 through 3,000 meters.
What a duel. I mean, just intense. I don't think I've seen in person a race that quick. You know, and just incredible. Just great to see this track meet. And see these young athletes up there, you know, at the top and duking it out. And everyone giving their best, and that's it.
You need to restart your career as a 5,000 meter runner, Bill.
No, I learned in that 800. I mean, that 5,000 I ran. I said, no, you know, I think I'll stick to the roads. But it was just great to experience racing like that on the track. But to go this fast, these athletes are at a whole new level today, and the entire sport is, you know, so it's great to see. Phil, are you tired? I'm tired watching it. I'm like, what the heck?
Final thoughts,
13-10.
Bill, from your first time. Really, a big, long. I would say I'd give you,